aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies Room. Come see you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited. Agents for Western Union.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Where's my name?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Hold on, let me go. Ouch. I didn't think he was going to drop that hard. Jacqueline, not like you. You that was talk up below people not like you for sure. It was by myself. Let's just be clear. You are looking for makeup artists to do engagement shoot. Anywho's, y'all good? Everybody doing okay? Where's John Strokes? I forgot to message him this morning to check in on him. Anyways, we're up and running one more time. Good morning, Sandra. You're listening from St. Vincent. Okay, welcome to the show. Good morning, Marlene. Good morning. I was about to call my nail tech. Yeah, got my nails did. Morning, Marianne, Linda. Morning, Jennifer. How are you? Morning, Sugar Babe, Valerie. Morning to our online listeners, our YouTubers. Good morning. Those of you viewing via Facebook, good morning. Or listening on the radio, top of the morning. Morning, Kizzy. Morning, CJ. It's your birthday today, CJ. Happy birthday. Guys, it's CJ's birthday today. Let's wish her a happy solar return. Hope you really enjoy. You what? You one of them Aries people? What's your thing? Aries or Libra? You're the Aries people that nobody pays attention to. Morning, G-Ads. Come on in the room, guys. Yeah, I see the topic. Boy, that's what y'all made Jesus come out of the tomb for. I be having some kumbaya moments when I it's like I'm afraid of my own inbox. Like I avoid my inbox sometimes like the plague, and when I tell you guys that my inbox is filled with situations that people are going through. Listen. Morning, Delroy. How's Virginia this morning? Oh, thanks, Sandra. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Morning, Dwight. When I tell you guys that my inbox is filled with people are going through a relationship, you know, like man going through, woman going through. It's like there's some hot water sharing somewhere. Like, I need to have a conversation with Nawasa because something ain't right. Jefferson's song "Something in the Water" that I played earlier this morning. There must be something in the water. It's like nobody's safe. If you don't know, doesn't mean you're safe. So it's like you're in a relationship and you have to treat it like, you know what, I'm getting cheated on, even though you may not. Like, take in front before in front take you, and be like, you know what, I'm getting cheated on. Let me make sure that my ducks are in a row, everything in order, and moving on. We move. Cause, according to my friend Kim, he bad. Let me find if I find it. He bad. He real mal out here. Yo. Relationships are scary out here. That's how you feel right now. Real mal out here. I ain't lying. Every Monday morning is something, I swear. I think I need to start looking for another job. Because y'all are making me scared, man. It's like single life looks like the best thing there is. Y'all are scary, making people scared. Like, if you're not in a relationship, don't look for one. Stay where you're there. Anyways. Boy, mal. Somebody says tell the government to legalize sex toys. Y'all think that's gonna make a difference? Oh, so if you're single, you need that so you could whatever. Morning, Doobie. That's another question. Like, seriously, let me just bong away for 2 minutes. I promise I'm not gonna be long. It's what, 7 past? So by 9 past I'll be through. Why in 2023 it is illegal? Like, it almost feels like we live in the Stone Age where some laws are we need a complete overhaul of some of our laws, because some of them makes no sense. Why in 2023 you could be charged for having a sex toy, sex apparatus? In 2023, like, if you travel and you purchase and you found on you, it could be confiscated and you could be charged. It's against the law. But aren't people like, so how does piece of material affect? How is that against the law? How is that? I don't get it. No, it's not. How is it against underage, overage, 24-year-old yesterday that I posted on my page that is looking to have she's what? 24 years old, and her husband is 85 years old and planning to have 2 children with him. I don't know how that's gonna work at 85 years old. But anyways, people are out here engaging in sexual activities, but it's against the law to have. Anyway, that bigger than my pay grade here. I mean, hurt my head over that. I'll figure it out. I don't get it. Somebody says makes no sense. We can't have a commitment relationship. We can't pleasure ourselves. No wonder we were so angry, though. Listen, I understand that anger, because yesterday I got the scare of my life. You swear, I got up and my puppy is a Cuban Havanese. I've had him like 6 months, right? So I got up yesterday and he was just like, his little business was just outside and he was just like in pain. And there was nothing like, it was like swollen and in pain, and he kept up and down and crying and like, went to get this little boy checked out, only to find out the little boy in heat and doesn't know what to do with himself. I never knew dogs like male at 6 months. That's like a baby and he's little. So he's clueless as to what to do. So now I understand the frustration that men feel, you know? when they're not, they can't do certain things. Listen, he cried, he howled, he don't even know to walk, to lie down, to jump. He's like so uncomfortable and in pain. It's like to spend a whole money just to find out the little boy in heat, and they had to like give him injection and put him in cold water to get him down. Humans and animals have a lot in common. Anybody has a female that they would like to mate with my son? It's like good breed, not no potong. Catch yourself. It's a Cuban Havanese. Look it up. So if anybody, because I'd really like to put him out of his misery, because he was crying this morning again, and like, poor boy. At one point in time, I was like, in the next life, I want to come back a man. I changed my mind, Papa. If the pain and anguish I saw him in, if men go through that, I'll come back a female again. I give up. Rough. So we have two situations, right? This person says they're stuck and a bit confused. And in a relationship with someone they've been friends with for 20 plus years, she says they both had a crush on each other but respected each other's relationship. I fell sick because of depression and was hospitalized because of things I found out about my partner after being faithful for many years. Anyway, to shorten the story, Chakani, you won't kill me. Chakani, you ain't even give your child a little blind self, just so. I wanted him to at least experience it before I neuter him. I mean, I find it cruel to just do that and not even give him a little blind, a little chance to, see what I feel like before you just cut off the nature. Honey, you wicked. I'm gonna do it at some point, but I want him to get a little blind. I mean, come on. So, Jesus, to shorten the story, they started hanging out, after which they started hanging out, which they never did in all their years of friendship. After a couple of outings, one thing led to another. They're now in a relationship for a year and a month, and seriously blame myself for breaking our friendship bond because I could have told him everything and anything, but no, I can't. I fell in love with him and wanting more than I bargained for, knowing he's in a relationship. I feel guilty because it's the same thing that led me to depression, finding out my partner was cheating. Now here I am, repeating the same thing. He's a loving, caring, and responsible person. Me know how you're responsible, but he cheats on a girlfriend, but cherishes both my kids and his. The thing is, one day I'd like to get married and have a family of my own. We talked about it, and he said he understands, but he doesn't want to leave. Neither of us, in case this decision kills him. To be honest, I don't want to leave either, because I truly love him for his honesty and respect. I know I get hit for this, but I'm seriously looking for advice. I'm hurting inside and it's scaring me. Well, miss, if you know the man or the girl and he ain't plan to leave her, and the two of you is in love with one another, and he doesn't want to leave, and you don't want to leave either, then continue to jam like Bobot. Maybe one day things might work out for you. I mean, because like you said, he's in another relationship. Did he say he was going to leave the relationship for you, or y'all are going to be together? This is one of the things that we need to learn to do, is to stop getting involved in relationships when we're at our most vulnerable moments. That is when we make a lot of bad decisions, when you're vulnerable. People take advantage of your vulnerability. And what becomes a shoulder to cry on becomes a what? In your case, you've found out what happens after that shoulder to lean on, right? So you fell in. Are you sure that you're even in love, and it's not like your vulnerability and your where you're at now that is talking, and it's not really love? Because when you get cheated on, right, it really plays with your psyche. It plays with you mentally, because you start stripping yourself and questioning yourself, like you're not good enough, and why couldn't now I have this person to myself, and what made this person cheat, and what is it about me that is not good enough? What wasn't he attracted to that he found in somebody? We do a lot of guilt playing on ourselves. We think about it, we analyze it, we're trying to And a lot of the times we beat ourselves up in the process, you know. So it's the worst time to ever even entertain conversations with another person, whether a close friend, whatever friend of the opposite sex. It could get to that. You were depressed. You was even hospitalized because of the things you found out. So you started hanging out with this person, and after a couple outings, one thing led to another, and you guys are now in a relationship. Are you happy there? Are you contented with what you're getting? Not a full plate, but some on the side, and you can't do certain things you'd like to do because he's involved with somebody else. Are you happy there? Does that make you happy? Do you sleep at nights being happy? If not, then you seriously need to have a conversation with yourself again. Forget about the feelings. Think about, this isn't going anywhere. At some point you have to come off. It isn't going anywhere. Because from what I'm seeing, he doesn't seem to be in a hurry to leave his situation, or never made mention of leaving his situation, because he even said that he understands if you're gonna move on, but he doesn't want to leave either, and neither do you. So you don't want to leave, he doesn't want to leave, because you truly love him. I don't know how you love him for his honesty and respect. That is not honesty and respect, because in the first place, he knows he's in a relationship, and if he found that you were sort of vulnerable and that, you know, things had the potential to go to the next level, his thing was to step back and say, you know what, we can talk on the phone, but I don't think hanging out together is a good idea, since he's this honest and responsible individual. His response when he realized that things were getting tense, feelings were starting to come into play, was to step back and say, listen, I'm your friend, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to continue hanging out together, because, you know, I think I'm getting feelings for you, and I realize that, because I'm sure you guys had a conversation. Somebody had to step back, somebody had to fall back, but nobody did, and here we are. So he's like having your cake and eating it too. So he has his people, he has you, knows how you feel about him, you're vulnerable, wanting to be in a relationship. So there you are. If you're not happy with it, move. That's not honest. That's selfishness. That's not responsible. That's selfish. Don't excuse it. It is what it is. So, chop chop. Stay single for a while. Work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem. Get your mental health in order. And cut it loose. It's a year plus. How much longer are you going to give to this person before you realize, hey, you're facing a dead-end road? Because what you want isn't what he wants. Anyways, say a shoulder to cry on later becomes stop going and cry on man's shoulder. Man and beast, they're blood close to their skin. Friend, it could be friend for since Ohi since Lane Kane, since King Hatchet was a hammer, and nothing to do with how you feel in the moment. Y'all not brothers and sisters. You're not brother John and sister Mary. You're friends. No family relations whatsoever. There are some men who would just see you as that, like my little sister, like my good friend, and that's it. No, nothing. But everybody ain't the same. And people do take advantage of people when they're in vulnerable situations. She doesn't, my man is not going to be, I don't know where this kind of commonness come out from all of a sudden. That's like what, the third one we had with man and good friend being mean. Listen, call it insecure, call it petty, call it whatever you may wish. We are not going to be no man and woman in a committed relationship and you going and hang out with no girl that's supposed to be your friend. And I'm not there. And that's when we just get slack and like, that he friend. Okay, I'm his friend too. We're friends too. What is it but next woman coming and crying on your man's shoulder and that he yeah, I love walking into problems. But that easy friend. Okay, all of us is friend. Anywhere he goes, you go. When you call, I'm right there. Put the phone on speaker. But that easy friend. Yeah. Easy friend then. Another one. According to DJ Khaled. Person says, please hide my ID. No rude comments. Y'all can chime in. What should she do? In the meantime, let me move on to the next one. I got a lot of situations in my inbox. I have to double up. So, this person says, how's my ID? Morning, Sonia. Yeah, you're late. Hide my ID and no rude comments. Says, I've been with my boyfriend for 2 years and about a few weeks ago, I had coitus with his best friend. I haven't told him, and his friend reminds me constantly not to tell him either. It was honestly just a mistake we both made and never gonna do it again. My question is, what should I do? I don't want to lose this relationship. He's also very happy with me. His best friend always tells me that what he doesn't know would hurt him, and he would rather not know, because if he found out, he would go insane. Please advise. When we will get to the realization that cheating is no mistake, all of us, to begin with, to cheat, it's not just like you bunks up homeboy and you just took your clothes off and it just happened. Or you were both so intoxicated and you were alone and it just happened. Cheating takes planning, sometimes days, weeks. You sit, you plan, okay, we are going to meet such and such time, such and such day, at such and such place. You literally sit and go through it with a fine-tooth comb to ensure that you cover your tracks, you don't get caught. You sit and you think about the lie you're going to say to your partner in case they try reaching you at a particular time. It is planning, right? So why do we act like, oops, I just fell into this person's business, or I just fell on this person's business, and oops, I won't do it again. How is that a mistake with a man's best friend? I tell him he should have leave this stone in front of the tomb. Imagine mankind nail Jesus to the cross. Feet and hand nailed to the cross for our sins. Could I say, you know what, then people fight out. I didn't do nothing wrong and nothing to do with me. Let them humans' business. I mean, I go with God. God is my father. Everything tight. Forget y'all. So imagine being persecuted. Imagine being hung up on a cross and big nail to your hand and foot, as the scripture goes. Then they put you in a tomb and then decide to rise or rose from the dead. And they roll away the stone to come back and see all you doing the same stupidness. Like, should I leave the big stone in front of the tomb? So it's not a mistake. Let's just get it out of the way. You both were attracted to each other. You had the moment. It happened. It was not a mistake. That is not a definition of a mistake. You knew willingly. You knew beforehand what you were going to do. You planned it. It wasn't something that just happened. So a lot of times we excuse cheating. When people say, well, I made a mistake and I won't do it again. A lot of the times, why do they end up doing it again? If it's a mistake. What is a mistake? It's not a mistake. You both were attracted to each other. You got an opportunity. And you took it. An action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. Misunderstanding, a wrong action or statement proceeding from faulty judgment. So you get an error in judgment. So you decided, you know what? As a woman, if it was truly a mistake, you'd forgive yourself and move on. Just pretend it didn't happen. Advice about what? That man self. How are you calling yourself? How are you saying that is his best friend? That is your man's best friend, and your best friend, your man best friend, is supposed to be looking at you. Oh, look what this best friend. You've been with your boyfriend for 2 years, and a few weeks ago, you slept with his best friend, and the best friend is saying to you, what your man had know won't hurt him, and he would rather not know. So the best friend is trying to cover his tracks, knowing he was foul. And you know you're not with a man who according to Shibata, who writes it in his head. You know you're not with a man who writes it in his head, and you're going to talk about with the best friend, saying that the man will go insane if he find out anything. So you probably getting an attack of your conscience, and you said you haven't told him, and his friend reminds you constantly not to tell him. You know, there's only one outcome to this. You tell him, it kicks you to the curb, and he and the man still remain friends, because when they have this code they talk about, bros before whatever. So the likelihood of them, the friendship splitting is shaky at least. They may have, you see, but later on you see them drinking, having a good time like nobody's business. So you lose out, you lose the man, lose the best friend, but at the same time your conscience is beating you. 2, you don't know how the man is going to react because the best friend say you would go insane, and I'm not sure what that insanity means, how far he would go, but he says that he would go insane. So I think he said, take on and or stay quiet, or give on and stay quiet. I don't know. What do y'all think you should do? Because next thing you're going here telling, you hear telling a man to hand a man and don't talk. Me not time with all you. What should he do? Sheena says, I know that girl. I like her man. She probably maybe loves him, but she didn't like him. In no way you're taking your man's best friend if you truly like your man. What should she do? Alana says they made a mistake and they like it. But to me, they love it. Like is an understatement. Because should she tell the man, or should she keep her mouth shut? What do you all suggest? What should she do? Should she tell him? Should she tell her man that she slept with his best friend? Or should she do as the best friend advised and stay quiet? And pray that it never comes out. So what should she do? What will you all recommend? What are your recommendations? Should she say something, or should she not say anything? Camille says she should get tested and cooted. That's what she should do. Cherry says he might turn to violence if she tell him. That's why the best friend's saying he would go insane. So these women and them cut Jesus slippers. Just want to say I'm studying like I have exams coming up. Studying like she have. What should she do? Someone say his best friend is his worst friend. Like, how you even make moves? Listen, this is more common than y'all think, you know. So don't be acting as if you have not had your boyfriend's man making little sneaky remarks in your inbox. Yeah, boy, my bro taking care of you, girl. Wow, wish it was me. And all kind of little smart comments they'll be making on the sly and pretending they're asleep. But we see them. There's a lot of men who do that. And if they get an opportunity, they will. Bros or best friends or whatever. They be coming from the left with the little smart comments about, yeah, my boy real handling you good, girl. That man real lucky. You know he's his friend, but that man real lucky to have you. They be doing that. They be coming on the sly. I'm sure there's a lot of women who could relate to That's why when you with friend, I don't want no friend with you. Don't add me, don't send me no request, no nothing. We are not friends. You are my man's friend. You are not my friend. If we're at the same place hanging out, hi and bye, and we not about to be kiki. The problem is some of y'all are too friendly and like too much friend. Those are his friends, not my friend or our friend. So you shouldn't even have any conversation with him to begin with. 2, you could have shut it down. Like when he came to you, be like, nah, bro, you're my man's best friend. You weren't in a hurry to tell him that his best friend checking you out then. So why are you feeling guilty now about what you did to go tell him? Talk to me nice. Oops, sorry. Call me back. I didn't see the light. Call back. Suppose you better organize a session of prayer and fasting. Forgive yourself and forget that stupidness. Call back, caller. What should she do? So says she needs to make herself happy and that's it. She been making herself happy. That's not a problem. Hello? She been making herself happy. With the best friend. And the man.
What in the dark must come to the light.
Well, he just killed me within 2 seconds voice notes. I swear I could never get a full sentence out of him. Never ever have I gotten a voice note about a minute long. It's always 2 to 3 seconds. That's it. Short to the point. No explanation. Nothing.
What in the dark must come to the light.
Oh boy. Not all the time. Because I'm sure there's a lot of us who have our little secrets that has not come to light. Someone says I may get heat for this, which is okay. Whether we want to call it a mistake or not, in the first place, it shouldn't happen. Point blank, period. But happened or not, just shut her mouth, both of them, and move on. If the friend keeps saying things about it constantly, then there's an issue on the friend part. It's already done. If there's consequences, they both will have to deal with it then. Someone says this man does not like his best friend. He secretly wants the woman and rejoices that he had her. That's why he doesn't want her to tell him, as the fallout shows him as the backstabber. And some women are easily deceived. Says it's me, I ain't saying nothing. If you cannot stay away from that man best friend, then tell your man, because I don't know what kind of conscience you have to not say anything. Peace of mind is key. So know what you're doing. But if it was me, I ain't saying nothing. Someone says, Mr. Runa, most humans have no respect for people's lives and relationship to morals of respect and values. That has gone out the door. God help us. Another person here says she likes the attention she was getting. There is nothing funny about this, and you don't sleep with your best friends. Narcissistic people who don't care about no one but themselves. I think it's best you tell him to be honest with him, deal with his reactions now. If he forgives her, it's his choice. If he finds out in the end and he wants to leave, he will live anyway. He will live nothing. Nothing will hold him back. So, what is the consensus? Should she say something? Should she not say anything? Should she keep it to herself? Hold on, let me read a couple more comments. This person here says, hold on. Is the I don't want to lose this relationship for me? Then what could be the reasoning behind you allowing yourself to be tempted like that? You and his friend have that in your head long. The opportunity just presented itself. Somebody says, so don't eat a wife your mouth already. Now you want to ask us what we think. Nothing. We don't think nothing. Live your life. You want to live your life in peace or in pieces? So you don't eat and wipe your mouth. We don't want to know. We don't know. Samuel wants to know when Wicked Girl season closing. I don't think it's closing anytime soon. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
For the amount of thing men does do women, tell a lady to just, she don't do the crime already. She has she memory, don't say a damn thing.
So hush him out.
Just hush your mouth, you get your peace. You don't know what will happen in the future. Not a damn thing to say. You know much thing he must be done do to she already? Please, seriously.
Alright, mama. Hey, ladies say drink water and mind your business. Hush your mouth. That just show all your Grenadians like to talk. Imagine your own business you want to talk. I cry. Someone says, be honest with him. Man does be honest with us. See that you're in a Taliban mentality, you know, I swear. Honest nothing. Somebody said, well, they really have time. Man and their friend does know the man and you and them is good friend plus for friend with the man. And they know your man hunting you left, right, and center and don't say anything to you. Why should you say anything to him now? Men be holding secrets for years and be laughing with you, kikikiing as though you are the only one in his life, and talking about calling your wifey when they see you together, knowing fully well he has other matey. That is a Snapple fact right there. And then be quick to call you that wifey. That is a Snapple fact right there. I'm telling you, the bros be knowing everything. And when they see you still want to make nice and act as though, you know what? Homeboy ain't doing nothing. He's a good man. He's a very good man. And wifey. And Jerry lady. And giving you all kind of nice title when they see you. And in their mind they probably watch one this stupidity. All kind of baba boy they probably call you when you turn your back. So she feels she doing something. And John up and down the place with Big Ed Lucy. It's all kind of thing that is this. You think we're easy out here? You think it's easy out here? So what's this? I just want to comment on the last call. I want to know if it was a woman best friend. Be honest with, because you are claiming that man do woman a lot of things. Who they do it with? It's a good question. Come back again, eh? Watch it.
You see a woman holding a man's secret?
Two seconds again. Listen, we all hold each other's secrets. Men hold secret. Nobody holds secret for man like man. Women by quicker talk out your secret than man. There are men who will go to the grave with their partner's secret. Women might be tell another friend and you tell another friend, but y'all, you see the bro code? Y'all be like this for years. For years. Linda says, devil's advocate here. How would she feel if he slept with her best friend? Wouldn't she want to know? I guess. But if you don't know, you don't know. But you can't want to know what you don't know. If she knows and she suspects, then yeah. But if she has no suspicions, then what could she possibly want to know? You feel me? Someone says the time the table turn, don't tell him nothing. Mark, I say bonnie, take man from him. Oh boy, and Easter just finished, eh? I tell you they should have rolled back this stone. Y'all out here doing the most, I swear. Anywho's, so think about my business, but the general consensus seems to be, lady, do not say anything. Drink water and mind your business. Hush your mouth. Feel to talk. Go in the bush and talk to them trees. But then again, they say bush have air, so be careful repeating stuff you do not want to get out. And I suggest that you cut all relations with the best friend, all communication, block social media, block number, any access he has to you, cut it out. If you're not going to say anything, cut it out. Let's see if I can take this last call. Morning.
Dandy, the girl too short. Man is man. She and the partner probably don't discuss that, and the partner more he said MD. She just run around in circles and fooling herself. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day. I don't know. I hear somebody say that. Want to salt. You never know. You never know. Next thing the man send them on testing waters and to see if you'll get through. And partner maybe go back and say you didn't get through, but he will get through. You never know. And you're waiting to see if you're going to say anything before he drop you like a hot bread. Samuel, you said that Wicked Girl season in closing. Not me. You said Wicked Girl season, if you ask if you're in closing. And I said apparently not, because the way we go in, we outside. I mean, look how festive the weekend was. The weekend again gonna be festive. The next weekend back to back. So maybe in September y'all might get an ease up based on how things are going, but ain't looking bright. Anyway, I'm gonna give this last piece here. This person says, okay, this person here says, oh my gosh, where is it? Come on, I need to go. Yeah, all right. Say have trust with the red flags, but it all depends on whether it's worth fighting for or not. That's for the first one. Some people present a presence in your life that's never been found, and it's unique and should be kept as such, as long as there's no ill treatment, abuse, mentally or physically, etc., and there's love between them both. Give it time. If the love is real, it will manifest. Never let outside influences anything beautiful affect anything beautiful. Like my dad always used to tell me, teeth don't like to see teeth with long bags. So always protect your interests. I have seen and experienced many beautiful relationships messed up because people are concerned with opinions and social media without focusing on themselves and their happiness. Life is short and for living. Find what makes you happy and be in bliss. Yeah, that was in reference to the first scenario this morning. Anywho's, y'all have yourselves a good Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow, final one for the week. Nikki ain't doing nothing. We'll be back for the final one for the week. I got another super exciting one tomorrow, so I'll see you guys back here. All right, thanks so much, Western Union, and thank you everyone in the listening audience. Have a good Wednesday.